Okay, so as I was saying in my email, Apple has not made it easy to use Gmail and email directly to groups. Um, there are a few ways to get around it, kind of workarounds. A couple of them are more complicated and they involve additional apps installed on your device and things like that. So I tried to pick the one that I think is the easiest. It still involves a few steps, but it's the easiest to do overall. So I'm just logged in here on my school Gmail account, and I'm going to, just like we did the other day, I'm going to go into contacts. So I click the little triangle next to mail, and I go to contacts. And this brings up my whole list of my contacts. Remember, sometimes you'll occasionally have people showing up, and you'll see here I have other contacts, 868. So these are people that I don't email very often. That's why Gmail doesn't automatically put them in my contacts. I can move them in there if I want to. I showed you how to do that. So let's say, though, that all of the people in the group that I'm interested in emailing are in my contacts list. So here's the easiest way to do it. Let me drag. I'm just going to keep this open. By doing this, it's not going to close this window. I'm going to click on the little waffle here, and I am going to go to Google Drive for a second. And once I've got Google Drive open, I'm going to click on New and Google Docs. This isn't something I'm going to end up saving or needing at all. I just want to basically like a blank piece of paper, a blank word processing document. I can close that Google Drive tab now. So I just need this word processing document open, and then I can flip back and forth between it and my mail. So now what I'll do is, and I'm just going to randomly pick some people here. What I'll do is I'll go down through and I'll pick out the people that are in this kind of fake group that I want to make sure I'm emailing together. So if I click on Kathy's name here, I can see her email address, and I will highlight the whole thing, and I'll use Control C to copy that. And I'll flip over here to Untitled Document, and I will do Control V to paste that. I will then type a comma and a space, and then I'm going to come back over here, use this arrow to go back to my contacts, and then I'll find the next person that I want to include on the list. Highlight their address, do Control C, come back over here, do Control V, comma, space, and so on. I think you get the idea. I'll do one more in here. We'll pick Davis, click that, highlight, Control C, Control V. Okay, so again, I could keep going with this, but I won't. You get the idea. I just need to create a list of their email addresses separated by commas. Now I can come back over here, use the arrow to go back to my contact list, and then I'm going to use the plus button here, add to my contacts, and actually what I will do is I'll call this one fake group. And I will add, and actually, by the way, in order for it to not show up as group comma fake, I'm just going to make sure there's no spaces in my group's name, and then it'll just show up as a whole here. There it is. So you see in the list, we've got fake group with no addresses in it. But now that I've got the group named, I can click on that and open it up, and it's got nothing in here. So now if I come back over to my document for a second and highlight the whole list of email addresses and do Control C, come back over here, put my mouse in the email field and click on that so that the cursor is blinking there, and then do Control V so it pastes all their addresses in there. Okay, now it will work like a group, but it's not actually a group. It's a single contact just with all of those email addresses in it. Like I said, it's not an elegant solution. It is not perfect, but unfortunately, because of the kind of shoving match between Apple and Google, it's really one of the only ways to make it work, to be able to just email to a group right from your Apple device. I'm done. I don't have to save anything else. If I come back out here now, we'll see that fake group you can see has K Bellows, and then it kind of goes off the edge there. So if I went into, and obviously this isn't the problem because groups have always worked in the desktop mail, but if I come here and start typing fake group, you can see that when I click on them, it will put all of their email addresses in there for me. Okay, so I would be able to then, again, if I was using my iOS device, I'd be able to send them an email. All right, so hopefully that'll work for you. And if you have any problems, run into any difficulties getting that set up for your groups, just let me know. I'd be happy to help you out. Thanks.